Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
I'm sick to my stomach. It's just, why would somebody want to steal, something that's not theirs?
Moorhead is dealing with an ongoing issue of people breaking into and stealing cars, and this past weekend is proof of how bad the problem is. On Friday, a car stolen in Moorhead ended when the driver crashed in Dilworth. And then on Sunday, a 13-year-old was arrested for stealing a car. Later that night, Moorhead police chased someone else they believe was driving a stolen vehicle. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Nicole Johnson, shows us a warning about car thieves from a victim herself.
Lock your cars no matter what.
In a neighborhood that's supposed to be looking out for crime.
We got to figure out, how to survive until we can figure out how to get another vehicle or get ours back.
Stacy Hageland left for a weekend at the lake with her husband.
We got a phone call Saturday afternoon from our stepdaughter saying, "Where's the Yukon?" And we're like, "Well, it's in the driveway." And she said, "No, it's not." So right there and then we knew it had been stolen.
Cars being taken and broken into is the talk of Moorhead neighborhoods.
One of my friends had posted that there was 4 cars stolen from North Moorhead and other vehicles that were broken into. And she said that they were all on Saturday night, she thought.
A couple blocks over, her credit card was stolen, and they had taken that credit card and went to Walmart and charged a ton of stuff on it.
Hageland and her neighbors admit they sometimes leave their cars unlocked. So you think you're okay until something happens?
Exactly. You let your guard down. It's very unfortunate. This has always been a nice neighborhood since we moved in. I've never been afraid. There's been times that the doors have been left unlocked at night, but that's not going to happen anymore on my car or my house.
I still think it's a nice neighborhood. I don't think it's probably the neighborhood.
For Hageland, she's in a tough spot. They only have liability insurance on their vehicle, meaning they might be out of luck.
People don't understand when they steal stuff. You're not just taking a vehicle, you're taking somebody's personal belongings and you're changing their whole life.
In Moorhead, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
To help out Hageland, if you see a 2001 white Yukon XL with Minnesota plates 123 HLP, call the police department. Authorities are reminding people, don't be an easy target. With the warm weather and a lot of people traveling, thieves are out looking for opportunities. And this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with an issue like this in your community, give us a call at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our team will do their best to get to the bottom of it. Hot, a little humid, and quiet. A nice night to get outdoors because we don't have anything to worry about, right, Hutch?
Tonight looks very quiet, and certainly you are right. It is a hot summer-like day up and down the valley, Red River Valley. As we take a look, blue skies aplenty across the region. Temperatures remain in the 80s until we get well past sunset, and then it looks like we'll slip into the 60s. I think we stay clear and dry here in the FM area. Likewise for Grand Forks, a lot of 80s out there, but it won't stay quiet forever. Right now we have a few showers and thunderstorms forming way out in parts of western South Dakota. Tomorrow night, a chance for severe. Anywhere you see that orange highlight there from the Devil's Lake Basin through the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, an enhanced risk of severe weather, damaging hail, damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes not out of the question for your forecast tomorrow. Hour by hour details on that in a few minutes, but for tonight, enjoy the hot, quiet weather.
All right, we will. Thank you, Hutch.
You bet.
A West Fargo man is behind bars for allegedly threatening a group of teenagers with a gun. Police say 23-year-old Donnie Becerra is accused of arguing with the teens around midnight in the 3400 block of 5th Street West. He apparently left, but then returned with a gun to threaten the group. No shots were fired. Becerra is being held in the Cass County Jail on terrorizing charges, but police say more charges are possible. President Trump's oldest son, Donald Trump Jr., says he wants to tell a Senate Intelligence Committee what he knows about a meeting last year with a woman who may have been posing as a Russian attorney. The meeting occurred in June 2016 when the woman approached the campaign claiming to have damaging information on Hillary Clinton. Trump Jr. said the meeting was short and the supposed Russian attorney wanted to discuss adoptions of Russian children instead. Now, Circa reports that congressional investigators may look into whether or not the woman was working for a company called Fusion GPS, which has close ties to Democratic operatives and political dirty tricksters. Meanwhile, President Trump is calling former FBI Director James Comey's leaking of classified information illegal. The president spoke out on Twitter this morning about a report by The Hill online publication that some of the memos Comey said he leaked to a private citizen contained classified information. Comey said he leaked the memos that supposedly detailed his discussions with the president to spur the appointment of a special counsel. Ironically, it was a year ago this month the former FBI director announced the conclusion of an investigation into Hillary Clinton for also mishandling classified documents. The 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit will be at the Red River Valley Fair this year. And today the exhibit was escorted from Moorhead along Interstate 94 all the way to the fairgrounds. This is the first time the exhibit has been in North Dakota. The traveling exhibit was created to honor all who sacrificed on September 1st, 2001, as well as those who continue to sacrifice today. You can see the exhibit every day of the fair from 11 in the morning until 8 at night. A 250-gallon paint project gone wrong. Check this out. A truck hauling a container of yellow street marking paint fell off a truck and split open in Grand Forks. That's the on-ramp heading north on I-29 at 32nd Avenue North. Officials at the scene say they don't know who lost the paint or where it was headed. They closed the right lane and are working with environmental teams to determine how to clean up the mess. Grand Forks police are investigating a robbery that happened yesterday morning. Deputies responded to the call from the victim that said he was woken up by 2 or 3 men in his house with flashlights. The victim told police that one of the masked men was holding a baseball bat and was told not to move. Items reported missing were money, jewelry, and electronics. There are no suspects or vehicle descriptions at this time. It is a sad day at the Fargo Police Department. A longtime and important member of the department's team, Earl, the K-9 officer, has died. Earl's longtime partner, Lieutenant George Vinson, says Earl was injured last month, and that injury made it difficult for him to eat, drink, and breathe. Over the course of his career, Earl became one of the most successful K-9s in department history. He is credited with nearly 2,000 missions, more than $500,000 in drug seizures, and for bringing thousands of smiles to children at schools he visited. The Fargo Police Department asks you to join them in honoring Earl, and their condolences are with Lieutenant Vinson and his family. Home surveillance video posted on Facebook shows a Minneapolis police officer shooting 2 dogs in a backyard while responding to a burglar alarm call. Please be aware that the video you're about to see is a bit shocking. The video shows the officer walking into the backyard. You can see one of the dogs approaching the officer when he pulls out his gun and shoots the dog. Another dog runs into the yard and the officer shoots that one as well. The police report says the dogs charged the police officer before he shot them. They survived the shooting. One has a shattered jaw and is now healing at home. The other dog is still at the vet.
Unprovokedly just shot 2 dogs.
The dog come around the corner and then he starts shooting the gun. He didn't even do anything.
Minneapolis police say they're conducting an investigation and reviewing the surveillance video and the officer's body cam. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. And a story that's being shared thousands of times on our Facebook page is this amazing video captured by Cody Walters, calling it a once-in-a-lifetime moment while fishing on his kayak. Now hear what he had to say about this very hungry muskie. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood has the story.
It was just another one of those fish stories.
I didn't expect any of this. I just thought maybe a few shares and stuff, a few likes.
Except this one.
And then all of a sudden you just see this big fish, maybe that big.
Wasn't an exaggeration.
Well, actually, yeah, about that big.
Or a fib.
He said, come here, come here. So I just kind of like started paddling over pretty fast, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, it's 2 fish, it's 2 fish.
Cody Walters shared this video. He was fishing with his dad over the weekend in Itasca State Park when something caught their eye.
And then you see another fish about be that big in its mouth, and he's just completely T-boned him, and he's just swimming along with it.
A muskie swimming along with his dinner, a northern pike.
We just went up to it and we just sat there looking at it. He was just sitting there looking at us too, just kind of holding on to his northern. He did not want to let go of it.
And it's still leaving Wolters scratching his head.
Like, you don't see that stuff. That's kind of a once in a lifetime kind of thing.
As for the glory hole,
Won't say what lake.
although this fisherman's lips are sealed, it's a tale you can see to believe. Somewhere in Itasca, Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
At last check, Wolters' video has close to 10 million views on Facebook. He says he's been contacted from people living in Hong Kong, Europe, and Canada. If you want to check out his post, click on this story at valleynewslive.com. Don't let a busy summer schedule throw off your workout routine. Whether you're in your backyard or at the lake, health experts suggest you look for items to use as outdoor equipment. For example, a bench can be used for box jumps or step-ups. One wellness coach says even a few repetitions of squats and side lunges can help maintain your fitness goals.
You know, you're usually not on a schedule, so you can throw a little workout in here or there, even if it's 10 minutes to take a walk or something. That movement is going to be so healthy for your body, too.
To get free summer workouts, go to valleynewslive.com and click on your hot button. A low blood supply has the United Blood Services asking people to come forward and give blood to help rebuild both local and national blood supplies. Blood supplies across the country remain dangerously low after a severe decline in blood donations. United Blood Services officials say they strive to keep a 5-day supply of every blood type on their shelf at all times. Donors can make an appointment to give blood by calling 877-827-4376. Some big news for all you rock fans out there. Shields Arena announced today that ZZ Top is coming to town. The concert will be Friday, September 15th at 7:30. Tim Montana and the Shrednecks will also be playing at the concert. Tickets go on sale July 14th at 11 in the morning.